As this crowd rolled into U.S. Bank Stadium, they were bundled up, jackets and scarves, downright cold outside on this November evening. But all good here inside as we welcome you to Minneapolis, Minnesota.
Tonight we wrap up this Thanksgiving weekend with a compelling matchup, as it'll be the Chicago Bears taking on the Minnesota Vikings. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. They'll start on the ground here with Nwangu.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This defense for the Bears, they were terrific a week ago in that win over Detroit.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there. And they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was, and now it's 3rd down.
An early task, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. To throw, Cousins.
And that's going to be incomplete. But, man, his first throw, that nearly went the other way. Instead, it's 4th down. And here's Ryan Wright now.
Back deep, Jarvis Landry. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Bears take over. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Here's Gibson to start the drive.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
These two teams, you may remember, they met up at Soldier Field earlier this season with the Bears winning that one. So if they can win here in Minnesota, they'd get a sweep of the season series. From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. Now Willis.
And he's got the hook up to Moore. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And we're going to see the ball in the air quite a bit here. This is a top 5 passing offense in the NFL. And they certainly like to get everybody involved. So this defense, they're going to have to be able to counterpunch somehow. They couldn't there, and it's an opening drive, 1st down.
Well, there's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be 2nd down.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
Willis will look to throw it.
Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver, Moore. A 5-yard pass on the heels of a 5-yard run. Good enough for the 1st.
Here we go. Strike. Back all 80. Let's go.
Straight ahead, Gibson.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
You look at this defense for the Vikings.
They've certainly had their struggles against the run at the 30th ranked unit out of 32 teams in the NFL.
The numbers are definitely not in their favor, but every time I click on the film and watch them, I see stretches where they play against the run really well. Their biggest problem, when they give up those explosive runs, those 30, 40, 50-yard runs, that'll really mess up your averages.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. Moore, the man in motion. They'll run with Gibson. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
Defenses always have a goal of holding a runner under 100 yards. Well, he went over 150 last week, won NFC Player of the Week award honors. And guess what? He's got a chance to do it again because of that vision he has. He sees holes that maybe don't exist.
A throw left side taken in by Kmet.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be second down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On second down, a run with Gibson.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. So add that tackle for a loss to the 2 that he had a week ago.
And you know what he's doing right now?
Smiling?
Yeah, definitely doing that. But he's also patting his guys on the back, his defensive front, because they're keeping him clean, meaning no one's getting to him as a blocker. He's able to run to the football. And the plays he's making, he's throwing them in the offensive backfield.
And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And a top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cover him. And I don't think you can have one basic coverage to get it done. You have to throw a number of coverages at him, make him think as he's running downfield, and hope you can create a little bit of havoc.
Throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Again to throw, Willis on second down.
And his throw here is incomplete.
It's been a good opening drive offensively thus far, but you know they don't want to waste it and settle for a field goal attempt after that incompletion. So this is a big play coming up here on 3rd down.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Again, it's Willis to throw it.
Flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
So on 4th down, Cairo Santos on now for the Bears field goal.
Santos' kick is up and through, and it's 3-0. The Bears hit the scoreboard first. A lot of energy in this building tonight, but the opening drive produces 3, maybe quiets them just a bit, at least momentarily.
Just a little, right? That's all you're asking for, right? Things just getting started. You know they haven't taken the momentum totally here, but at the same time, they like what they've done here in the early going.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Jordan Addison, the intended receiver.
And it'll bring up 3rd down.
You look at this Bears defense.
They were terrific a week ago in the win over the Lions.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that number in a big way.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you're coming off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they do.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? A guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field. Pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On the tackle that time, Dean Lowry. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2 as they've got it 2nd and 7.
Here we go. Start. Hey, crash.
In motion left, Claypool. Pitching it out to Gibson.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Antonio Gibson, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears are able to extend their lead.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead grows to 10-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. Cousins. And he slings one that's incomplete.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Throwing, Cousins. And his throw is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Cousins.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are, positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Come on, come on.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd down and 1.
Trick the Eagles, trick the Eagles. Alert, alert.
Once more, Gibson.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1.
Let's go now.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation.
Shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22.
52 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive.
Meanwhile, Willis' throw complete here to Kmet.
That'll go for a gain of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or 2. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
2nd down, Willis looks to throw here.
Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
His 2nd rushing touchdown of the year and 3rd overall. And the Bears are able to stretch out their lead.
Well, the defensive coverage was good, so good he just decided to make a play of his own, and it worked out.
Yeah, you often wonder if they think to themselves, was the coverage too good to allow him to run the football? I think you'd rather take your chances with him doing exactly that, and he beat him on that play all the way to the end zone.
Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Kene Nwagu now out of his end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid. At the 18.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. They're still in search of an initial 1st down as they come up here 1st and 10. First play's a run with Nwagu. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Antoine Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, here's Nwagu.
And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On third down, Cousins. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
And here's Ryan Wright now
as he's on to punt for Minnesota. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Landry. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Chicago. Cole Kmet, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Bears are able to add on to their first half lead.
Santos able to tack on the extra point, and a rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And they're going to start in a hole as he's brought down at the 11.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 11. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And some space here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. On play action, Cousins. They got his man complete.
Down the sideline he goes.
Touchdown.
Jordan Addison.
73 yards.
And the Vikings are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Greg Joseph on for the extra point. He's got it, and that makes our score 24-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
A give up the middle to Gibson.
Fighting his way through contact. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
68 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
From the 39-yard line, here comes 2nd down at 6. They'll go again with Gibson. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
They'll run with Gibson.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Antonio Gibson
with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game, as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Santos with the extra point, and the rout is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Cousins to throw it. He lets one go deep for Addison. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Kyler Gordon picks it off.
And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
And firing a deep ball for Kmet.
And this one is incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable, or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Gibson here running out of the gun. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry, and they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Here is 3rd and 5. Now Willis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have the Bears 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys.
And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown.
Antonio Gibson
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bears will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Santos able to tack on the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Working out of the gun, Cousins.
That's down the field for Jefferson.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
69 yards.
And the Vikings get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Joseph now to have the PAT.
And the lead is down to 24. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room.
It's a room to maneuver. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here's a give to Gibson.
And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
156 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues.
First down, Chicago.
Let's go now.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Vikings 14.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set to resume. Here we go with the second half. The Bears holding the lead and ready to receive the kick.
The fair catch taken short of the goal line, and they'll begin this third quarter at their own 25.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
60 Vikings, 60.
Second half starts with a run by Gibson.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He continues to have a big night here under the lights carrying the football.
And some guys prefer night games. For whatever reason, their bodies react a certain way. They love the spotlight. Maybe that's what it is. The best seats in the house, the ones where he's carrying the football for his offensive teammates. The worst seats, the 11 guys trying to tackle him on defense.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
Lions. Go.
On the counter, Gibson.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. The 22 is the line to gain here on 3rd down.
From the gun, here's Willis. He's got his target. That's complete.
And they move this all the way down to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Back to the ground with Gibson.
And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago.
Antonio Gibson.
His 21st touchdown of the season.
And the Bears take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. So the rushing touchdowns continue to stack up, CD. That now 15 for him on the year.
And give him a ton of credit for staying healthy, being a smart runner, and is showing just how important he's been to his team. He's got to be their MVP at this point in the season, and those votes may even turn into league MVP votes when it's all said and done.
Santos to kick off for Chicago.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about